Hello, I'm Brett Larkin. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel, and especially huge welcome if you're new. This is a beginner yoga fusion class in which I'm combining Kundalini, Vinyasa, and Yin yoga. So if you've never tried any of these styles before or tried my fusion mix of yoga, this is a great one to start with. Let's do it. Each day of the challenge, we're working with an affirmation from the Uplifted Yoga Journal, the first ever yoga-focused planner. Today's affirmation is, I don't need to be perfect, I need to be present. To begin, we're just gonna sit in a cross-legged position on the floor. So if sitting on the floor is a little bit uncomfortable for you, prop yourself up with cushions, grab some pillows from the couch, cushions from the couch, a blanket, and just make sure you're really comfortable in this seat. So you can just elevate your sits bones so you're nice and tall. From here, take the palms face down on the thighs or on the knees, and I invite you to just close your eyes. Just bring your attention inward. Most of our day is inevitably spent exteriorly focused on our job, our friends, our family, our goals. These are all wonderful things. But for the next few moments we have together, just try to bring all your energy and attention within the confines of the body. Noticing how you feel on the inside. And gently beginning to deepen your breath. Allow yourself to observe an inhale and an exhale as it enters and leaves the body. And then accentuating that inhale, breathing in maybe for a count of 3, really filling up the ribs, the chest. Exhaling for a count of 3, H-A, ha, out the mouth, just sigh the breath out. Inhale 3, filling up, belly, ribs, chest. Take in more air than you think you can. Exhale, H-A, ha, to sigh it out. Last time, breathing in. Exhaling. Good. We're going to begin with Sufi Grinds. This is a Kundalini movement. You're just going to take your torso over to the right, forward, left, and back. So it's sort of like your torso is a ladle and you're stirring a giant pot. So just take the spine around, and you can have the hands on the thighs or knees to just help you facilitate this movement in whatever way feels good for you. And as a general principle, we're inhaling as we come forward, exhaling as we go back. And it's okay to roll back onto the sit bones just a little. Just connect with your breath, really get into the groove, get into the movement. So Kundalini yoga is all about awakening this energy that yoga philosophy says is coiled, like a coiled serpent at the very base of our spine. And when you do Kundalini yoga, you activate that energy that's stored at the base of your spine, and that snake begins to unravel, dance, and that energy begins moving up the spine to unite you through the crown of the head with divine wisdom, universal consciousness. Let's switch directions. So this Sufi grind, I always just think of beginning to stir that pot of my own energy, my own potential. Good, and then come to center, take a deep breath in. Exhale all the way. And once again, deep breath in. Exhaling completely. Good. Our next Kundalini movement is going to be Spinal Flex. So you're going to hold your shins with your hands. On the inhale, you roll the chest open, show your collarbones to the ceiling, breathing in. On the exhale, it's kind of like someone punched you in the belly. You're just gonna round, allow the chin to dip into the chest, and you can rock back on your sits bones slightly. What makes this different in Kundalini, though, is we're gonna do this movement really fast, breathing in as we open the chest, breathing out forcefully through the nose as we round. So it looks like this. And I'm going to show you from the side as well, and just join in with me when you think you got it. Keep it going. We're going to do this for several minutes, so just stay with me. Some tips for you here are you really want to hold your shins. Really use your shins for support. Grip them with your hands. Engage your abdominals. So we want to make this a little bit more about the upper back than just the lower back. So of course the whole spine is opening and rounding, but pull your abs in so your low back isn't taking a hit. And really think of this being a broadening across the chest and then a rounding of the upper back. Abdominals always engage when you do your spinal flex. And my last tip for you here is to just gently lift the chin. You don't want to yank the chin towards the ceiling when you're doing this movement and risk damaging the back of your neck. You're just really presenting the chest forward. So think of less of the chin and more of just the collarbones coming back in space. Chin stays just in a comfortable lifted position. No extreme, don't throw the head back. Stay with it. The last step, if you want to layer it in, is to, on the inhale, as you open the chest, silently think to yourself the mantra Sat. And as you exhale, roll back to silently think to yourself the mantra Nam. And this just means truth is my identity. I honor my own truth. Last 20 seconds here. You're doing awesome. Stick with it. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to center. Pull the energy into the body. Maybe retain your inhalation. Draw the pelvic floor away from the ground. Dip the chin. Just hold the breath in as long as is comfortable. As you're ready, exhale, let it go. Keep your eyes closed here. And just notice the after effects of this short practice. Notice the quality of the energy inside your body. Notice the atmosphere and the air that surrounds your skin. Two more breaths, just being fully present for yourself. Just keeping your mind and your heart open. Observing what's come up so far in this practice. Dip the chin. Gently open the eyes. To continue to work with the spine, we're going to come into a simple seated twist. So sit with your legs extended long in front of you. Pull the right knee into the chest, flex the left foot, and cross that right ankle over the left knee. Inhale, get tall here. Exhale, you're going to hold that right knee with the left forearm, reach the right arm up, and then try not to yank yourself into the twist. Inhale, just get tall with me first, breathe in. And then exhale, pull your navel back and come into this twist using your core strength. Just see how far you get without any pulling. And then once you're there, it's okay to nudge the right knee in, breathe in, get long. Exhale, twist. You're just facing the right side wall. No need to look behind you or strain the neck looking over the shoulder. Just keep the head looking towards the side wall. Feel both sitting bones rooting down. So both sits bones must be in contact with the floor. And then press that big toe mound down. Really tricky. Right big toe mound fuses into the earth. Breathe in, find length. Breathe out, twist. Imagine your spine is just like this magnificent white spiral staircase. Every inhale, that spiral staircase lengthens. Every exhale, that spiral staircase helps you move into this twist, this gentle rotation. Keep the left leg active, left toes point straight towards the ceiling. Final breath. Good, and then just come into a counter twist, which means we're just gonna go in the opposite direction. So take both hands along the left side of the hips and just gently bow forward, just releasing the low back. Keep both sits bones rooted on the floor, chin into chest. Nice, press yourself up. Lengthen the right leg, draw the left knee into the chest, hold the shin. Use that to inhale, breathe in, get tall. Flex the right toes. Make sure the right toes are flexing back towards your face. Take the left ankle over the right knee. Gently hug left knee with right forearm. Inhale, reach the left arm up. It's like you want to high five someone. Inhale, get tall first. Exhale, use your core strength to take you into this twist. Breathe in, get long. Exhale. Abs draw in to make the twist happen. So you can notice if you're kind of rounded back on your sits bones, again, it's okay to sit on pillows even in this pose. Get that nice neutral spine, nice up and tall. Hug the left knee in a little bit more. Breathe in, get tall. Exhale, twist deeper. And breathing in, find length. And exhaling, twist. 2 more breaths. Press the right thigh bone down, right toes straight up to the ceiling, and then press down through that left big toe mound to really anchor you here as you work the twist. Final breath. Spine long. Spine get even longer as you go deeper. Good. Counter twist to the other side. So just take both hands to the outside of the right hip. Allow the chin to drop into the chest. Gentle rounding forward. Good. And then you're just going to cross the ankles, roll yourself forward, and we're going to come into a downward facing dog. So starting our Vinyasa part of the practice officially. And press back into your version of a downward facing dog. And I have tutorials on down dog if you're still new to yoga and want a refresher. Just begin to bend one knee and then the other, pedaling through the legs. Spread the fingers wide. Make sure all knuckles are in contact with the ground. Every part of the hand is glued down into the mat. And then just walk your feet towards your hands. Just stroll to the top of the mat. Feet are hip width apart. Hold opposite elbows. Bend the knees deeply. Crown of head points towards the floor. Just let all your thoughts drop out the crown of the head onto the floor and just gently sway here side to side, but keep it a super small sway. So notice if you start doing some crazy, like big gorilla movement, just keep it small. Just tractioning the low back. Little micro movement side to side.
Knees deeply bent. Chest rests on thigh bones. Breathe into your low back here. Good, and then on your in-breath, breathe in, come into a half lift. So glide the shoulders down and back. You're making a flat back, spine parallel to the ceiling. Breathe out, bend the knees. Exhale, melt to fold. Breathing in, half lift. Draw the shoulders down and back. Exhale, fold. Once more, connecting with your breath in. And breathing out, fold. Breathe in, circle the arms down, around and up. Reach up. Root all four corners of the feet into the earth. Exhale, press the air away. Stand tall. Your in-breath, imagine the air is thick or heavy. Breathe in, reach up, maybe look up. Lengthen the tailbone down. Exhale, bend your knees, fold over your legs. Inhale, a little half lift, get long, glide the shoulders down the back. Exhale, melt to fold forward. So we'll do the same thing again, no rush. On your own breath, inhale, circle the arms down, around, and up. Breathing in. Press the air away, breathing out. Inhale, breathing in, reach the arms up. Imagining the air was thick and heavy, so slowing down your movements. Exhale, melt over the legs. Bend the knees. Inhale, half lift. Breathe out, fold. And one more time on your own. Breathing in, arms up. Breathing out, hands by hips, stand tall. Breathing in, reach up. And greeting the sun. Exhaling, folding forward, inviting in that moon energy. Hatha yoga literally means sun, moon. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And just rest, clasp opposite elbows, and sway once again side to side. So our Vinyasa yoga stems from that Hatha yoga tradition of finding strength and surrender in each pose. Uniting our sun and moon qualities. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale, step the left foot back in space. We're just coming into a simple lunge. Left knee to the ground. Right ankle directly over, under right knee. Take the hands to the thigh and just allow the hips to melt down here. And deep breath in. Deep breath out. Really press into the thigh to grow the chest and spine open and long. One more breath. Good. And then you can fold your mat in half if you're using a mat at home, or just pad that back left knee. You're just going to straighten this front right leg, point the toes towards the ceiling. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. So you're just finding a nice hamstring stretch on this right leg. Breathe in, get long. Exhale, fold. Prioritize length in your spine. And exhale, let your core fold you forward. Keep your toes pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Just hang out here 3 breaths on your own, finding your stretch. Gently rebend into the right knee. Unfold your mat. If you did that, and step back to your downward facing dog, pedaling through the legs, bending the knees deeply or whatever feels good for you. 3 breaths. Step or carry the left foot forward. So take that left foot forward. Low lunge second side, lower the right knee to the ground. Take your hands to the top of the left thigh, interlace the hands, press the palms into that top thigh so you can grow your spine long, open the chest, roll the shoulder blades back, a big breath in. And out, let the hips melt down. 2 more, breathing in fully, deeply. Exhaling all the way. Last breath. Good. Coming into our hamstring stretch. Fold over the right side of the mat this time. Give your right knee a little extra padding. Always nice. If you have a blanket at home, you can put a blanket underneath the right knee. Shift your hips back in space. You can flex the left toes straight up towards the ceiling. Adjust where the heel is if you need to. Breathe in, get long. Exhale, fold over the leg. Deep hamstring stretch. 2 more, lengthen the spine. Draw the shoulders down and back so you really get parallel to the ceiling. And then exhale, it's your core that folds you over that left leg. Good. 3 more breaths here, just exploring your stretch. Gently rebend into the front knee. Take the mat and unfold it. I'm just going to bring your left foot back to your right and sink back into a child's pose. So knees can be as wide as the mat or hip width apart. Just drape the body forward and fold. 3 breaths here. Just like a little sponge, just soak in any benefits you've received from this practice thus far. Just taking a moment in this child's pose to absorb any positive energy, positive feelings that we've cultivated in this practice. Last deep breath. Good, and then gently press yourself up. For our last pose, our yin style pose, we're going to take butterfly pose. One of my favorites because it's a hip opener. It's also stretching the inner thighs. All you do is you take your soles of the feet together to touch. The heels can be far away from the groin, or if you have a lot of flexibility, they can be a little bit closer. One's not better than the other. If you notice you're rounding in your low back, you're kind of back here, not a big deal. Just sit up on some pillows and cushions, okay? So elevate your seat, get your butt higher up in the air so you're really able to fold forward. Otherwise, you're not really receiving the true benefits of the pose. So set up your seat, inhale, get tall, and exhale, allow the upper body to stay long and straight for as long as you can. And then once it can't find length anymore, then allow yourself to gently round. We're going to be here for 3 minutes, if not a bit more. So start to notice if you need some extra support. That could come in the version of something underneath your seat. You could wedge underneath your sits bones. Maybe you want to take some blocks, pillows from the couch or cushions and put them underneath your knees so you have support, especially if you feel anything in your knees here, support. Put blankets and pillows between the ground and your thigh. Options for the arms. Forearms can be in front of you with the palms facing up. Hands can be gently resting on the earth, or the forearms can actually slide underneath the shins. For some of you, that might feel good. So experiment with all 3 of these, or just anything else. Pick where you're going to stay and hold. And then we'll be here breathing into our hips and low back and inner groin for 3 minutes. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Once more, inhale fully. Exhaling all the way. Melt in. Soften the jaw and the tongue. Soften the gaze and the eyes. Stay with your breath. Let the pose continue to develop for you. Just get curious if the stretch or where you feel sensation begins to migrate over the course of our time here together. Gently deepen your breath. Turn the palms face down wherever you are. Keep the chin tucked into the chest. Just use your hands to slowly walk your spine up. Head is the last thing to come up. Just allow your blood pressure to recalibrate. Take the hands to the outside of the thighs. Use your arms to pull the knees towards one another. Maybe scoot forward on your mat if needed. Press the soles of the feet into the floor. Inhale, get tall, and then exhale, just roll down onto your back. Coming into your Shavasana, final resting pose. You can take the palms face up towards the ceiling, or left hand to heart, right hand to belly. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, sigh out the mouth. One more deep breath in. exhale, sigh out the mouth. We'll be here for a full 2 minutes of rest, and of course, if you can stay longer, please do. Relax completely now, and then you'll hear my voice again. Slowly begin to deepen the breath. Gently wiggle fingers and toes. Draw one knee and then the other knee into the chest, giving yourself a big squeeze. Roll over onto your right side, using your right forearm as a pillow, left hand to the mat. Just curl up in a little fetal position. And from there, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat, but keeping your eyes closed, your attention in, head is last thing to come up. We'll end as we began in our comfortable cross-legged seat. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and then draw the hands to prayer at heart center. Press the palms into one another. Once again, inhaling, just as we did in the beginning, deep breath in. Sighing out the mouth, that HA. Once more, breathing in. And exhaling, HA. Dip the chin. Take your time to open the eyes. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. From my heart to yours, namaste.